Hi, I'm Lou with another episode of My Car Story. Today we're out in Carlisle, Pennsylvania at the Chrysler Nationals, and they do bring some AMC cars, and you can see some great cars at the Carlisle events. Take a look in the description, you'll see the link. And I'm with Connor and Rob. Rob, your last name?
Rob Hofford.
And Connor, what kind of car do we have this time?
This is a 1964 Rambler Ambassador 990H.
They bring a few Ramblers and American Motors. Come right alongside me, guys, and we'll feature this one. Now, the 990H, as I understand, is the upgrade model. It's actually the top of the line.
It is.
Go ahead.
This was the highest trim level that you could get in an Ambassador in 1964.
Very, you know, in 64 we started to get very basic, right? So this is like the highest level. And notice also it's got the 8, which we're going to show you in a second because we've got this right in the sun for you. Notice it's got the 1 squirt versus multiple squirts. Let's take this and look at it from the side. Come on alongside with me, guys. So Connor, you've got a little backstory on this, although it's your dad's car.
I do.
What? Tell me how this one kind of came into being. How did it get to your possession here?
So actually, a good friend of mine, Connor Ream, him and I went to an auction.
So you're both Connors.
Yep, spelled the same too. C-O-N-N-O-R. We're both antique car nuts, so we went to an auction. We were looking at a 1928 Overland, and became, kind of started talking to the man who was auctioning, selling the car and stuff, and we ended up not buying that car, but he really wanted us to get it. But he said, okay, well, give me your business card, and if I come across anything else, we'll give you a call.
Yeah.
Well, about a year later, I believe it was, his brother passed away, and his wife had, these 2 cars sitting there in the garage that she was ready to, pass on to someone else. So she called my friend Connor Ream up, and he came down, took a look at the cars, and they were able to, make a deal and stuff. And they were just excited to, have somebody be, excited about the cars that wanted to preserve them. So he got a 1930 Chevy, which has since been rebuilt. And now this car has had a mechanical restoration, and we just finished, stuffing this car and waxing it and getting it ready. This is the first time that we've taken it to a car show.
And I jump all over it.
Excited about it.
Yeah. Now, Rob, how do you feel about this car?
I'm a Mopar guy, really not a Rambler guy, but when I saw it and the lines of it, especially with the windows down, I thought it looked really nice. And I liked that it had the biggest engine in it, the 327, the bucket seats, the console shift. And I said, you know what, let's give it a shot.
Let's do this.
Go with it. Yeah.
Do me a favor, we're going to close that. About this 990H, what's this all about?
So the H, a lot of people think that stands for Hearst or something like that. The H, from what we're told, the H just means that it's a hardtop model.
Okay, all right. Let's take a look under the hood, shall we?
Sure.
Well, that looks good. So tell me how it looks that good from what we just saw in that barn find.
So when we found the car, the engine bay was completely filthy. It had sat in this garage since 1983. We got the car back. We started, got it running and stuff. Just rebuilt the car, got it running. But it had lots of valve train noise and stuff. We decided to pull it apart, and then, we found some other stuff with it, just from the years and all that from sitting. So did a complete mechanical restoration. The engine, the transmission, the
Where'd you find those
brakes.
stickers?
We actually bought them from Galvin's AMC parts.
So now these decals, you found those are great. We've got this, really looks good under the hood. So it's kind of like you got the barn find look with the brand new engine, which is really cool. Let's fire this one up, shall we, Rob?
Yep.
I like those little wing nuts too on the valve cover.
Yeah,
I like
access.
that. Just stands outside the car and fires it. Who put this engine together?
I did. Actually, our good friend Pete Teasdale, Teasdale Competition Engines, did all of the machine work for us. And then I assembled the motor at home and everything.
Well, shout out to them.
Yeah.
All right, let me listen to it idle. lights look like. Single exhauster.
Yep. Yeah, actually has the original.
All right. Yep.
exhaust on it still.
Really?
Yeah.
Original.
Yeah. Yep.
That sounds pretty good. Rob, give it a rev, please. Nice. All right. That looks good. There's where our gas goes in. Nice cap with the little grip on it. And we're going to go to the interior and show you this. Now, clearly it's a barn find, but actually, if you can skip past this and actually look at the material, let's even see the back seats. That's pretty sweet. Even the ribbing on the top. Obviously, you've got the correct patina, as they call it, in the dashboard. Now we've got this turned, so it actually looks like this. I'm gonna crank that there so you can see that. Is that the original miles?
It is.
53,000. Tell me about this radio, Rob. This vibratone
Radio-
speaker.
It's an AM/FM transistor radio.
Okay.
And it has a factory reverb so that it would sound like a stereo. That was, I guess, a poor man's thing. The
Yeah.
clock even works in the car.
Okay, let's check that out. Oh yeah. And we've got, now it says Ambassador over here. Ambassador 990H. So I'm kind of curious why it would say Ambassador on this car. Any idea?
So it's an Ambassador. It's a Rambler Ambassador, and then the 990H would be like the trim level of.
Got it. All right, so it's a Rambler Ambassador 990H.
Correct.
Got it. All right. And I also noticed something there I thought you might like. Notice the words down there. Weather eye, which is your temperature over here. Weather eye. Beautiful.
Yeah, when the family bought this car, they bought it in October of 1963.
Yeah.
They actually bought this so that they could tow their camper with it. When we found the car, it had a brake controller under the dash, and it actually had a hitch on the back of it.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow. Can you imagine pulling it with this?
Yeah, it was the first car that they bought brand new as a married couple.
Okay,
So really,
perfect.
it meant a lot to the family.
Well, let's, gentlemen, let's take it for a ride.
Okay.
You got it.
So here we are in the 1964 AMC Rambler Ambassador 990H. Runs pretty smooth. What do you guys feel like?
Yeah. It's like driving your sofa down the road.
Yeah. You know, this would be considered almost a compact car back then.
Yeah.
You know, even though it's the upgrade model, right? It's like, but it really runs pretty nice. I do want to show this. I don't know if I showed that. The Flash-O-Matic slapstick there. That's pretty cool. I like some of the words they have, right? All transistor, Flash-O-Matic, 990. Why couldn't it have been the 900? They make it the 990, right? I mean, just real interesting little things there. And by the way, if anybody knows what the H stands for other than hardtop, feel free to write that in the comments. So, your first car show. How you feeling at the first car show you get on My Car Story with Lou? That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, a lot of people seem to be very interested in it.
Yeah.
I've never seen a Rambler.
Well, I mean, I think it's the two-door too.
Yeah.
It's got a nice, clean look to it. I think when you think Ramblers, you think four-doors, and you think family car, which this technically is, but it really, it looks nice. You were going to say something, Connor.
Yeah, this is just kind of the sportier version with the, hard top and the 327 4-barrel V8.
Let's hear that 4-barrel V8. Nice little sound to it, right? That ain't so bad. Gets us down the highway.
Yeah, this transmission actually starts off in second gear.
Really?
Yeah, unless you select low. If you select low, obviously it'll start off in first, and then you have to manually shift it out a low.
Yeah.
Up into regular, just drive.
Yeah.
So, kind of something that most people probably wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know that. Yeah, no, we love learning new things on the channel. That's great stuff. Well, Connor, Rob, what a treat. We're going to continue to kind of tour around Carlisle here, as we see that we're doing that right now. But guys, what a treat meeting you. I'm so glad, Connor, to see that you're interested in what you're doing, and you're doing great work, by the way. That engine runs smoothly. And
Thank you.
Rob, so good to see his son and dad team there. Thanks so much, guys, for being on My Car Story.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.